Hey everyone, Tim Bowen here. I've had a lifelong interest in finance and I've actually been day trading for over 15 years now, in the market every single day. I've been a guest speaker at the Trader Investor Summit, Benzinga events, the Traders Expo, and today I'm going to be bringing you how anyone can swing trade with a busy schedule. Okay, it's the beginning of an entire course. We've got 6 episodes that will go out over a 3-week period. You get 2 episodes per week. And today I'm going to kind of break down what they are so you know what to expect. So episode 1, we're going to be talking about exactly this, how anyone can swing trade with a busy schedule. I mean, many of you might be familiar with day trading, especially these explosive, volatile stocks, and you're like, geez, I can't walk away for 10 seconds because they make wild moves to the upside, wild moves to the downside. That's why I think swing trading is the best for busy part-time traders. Then episode 2, we're going to talk about how to find the right stock to actually swing trade. So in these next 2 episodes, we'll be breaking down a worksheet. So one of the great things is if you drop your email address in, you'll get notified of all the episodes, but then you'll also get access to the worksheet that accompanies this kind of mini course. It really is the foundation of everything that's built around, and it's so important. It's free, it's a PDF. You can print it, you can use it I use it in Evernote as a digital format, but then I also like kind of the hard copies as well. So then episode 3, after that, we'll finish working through the second part of that worksheet. There's a lot of criteria on there, kind of break it up in 2 episodes, keep it bite-sized. Then into episode 4, I'm gonna focus on the best swing trade pattern for mornings, okay? So I've got 2 patterns that we're gonna focus on for these. I think these are by far the best 2 patterns. And I've got one that's a morning pattern and one that's an afternoon pattern. Again, depending on your schedule, maybe you work second shift so you can only trade mornings, or again, maybe you're West Coast and different time zones. So there's a specific setup that works better based on the time of day. Then in episode 5, we're going to talk about the best swing trade pattern for afternoons. Now, if you've got more time, you can trade them both. I mean, I always kind of joke about this. Don't tell your boss. But these patterns, these swing trades particularly, are very, very smartphone friendly. You know, I always kind of joke about hiding your phone under the desk while you're at work. And again, the great way is you can trade both these patterns on a smartphone while you're doing other things. Again, very conducive to that. Then episode 6, we're going to talk about how to use order types to semi-automate your trading. You know, again, what I'm trying to bring you with this course is maximize efficiency. Ultimately, the goal is to make money. That's why we're here. That's why we come to the markets. But odds are you're very busy. You got a family, you got a job, you got school, you got volunteer things. I mean, everyone, whether good or bad, you know, everyone's very busy these days, and I want to maximize that time. And with semi-automating these order types, you can actually enter and exit trades without having to sit there and stare at that computer or that phone hours and hours a day. So that being said, go to stockstotrade.com/free training. The neat thing is, this is the second course I've worked on. You can actually, if you go to that page, you can jump back. I did a day trading 101 course. So if you go there, you can get access to that as well. Then we're working on the swing trade course right now. And then I'm also going to have a short selling course that will be on that same page. So the nice thing is, wherever you're at, if you happen to stumble across this video or you're working through the courses, go to stockstotrade.com/free training, drop your email in there. You'll get notified of any of these new courses that go in there. I mean, again, you're busy. It's hard to keep an eye on everything. We'll post it to social media, but if your email's in there, you'll know. And my goal is to kind of keep, these are the 3 main kind of mini courses, I've called them, but my goal is to kind of keep adding and adding to this over the course of time. That way you get notified. So that being said, let's get started. Right off the bat, what is swing trading? I get asked that quite frequently. So basically what we're trying to accomplish with swing trading is we're trying to match day trade like gains. You know, again, if you've been day trading, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100% in a matter of minutes and hours. But those stocks make wild moves. They're scary, very difficult to try and multitask and day trade at the same time. Maybe you've tried it and things have worked. Maybe you tried it and things have gone bad. So what we're trying to do with swing trading is match those gains without the extreme volatility so we can take care of the things we need to do and still grow our account. So you can be attentive to work. You can be attentive to your kids, or whatever. You're not, listen, I've been there more times than I care to admit, just staring at that screen for hours a day. So we are going to target higher quality stocks and look to match those gains in a little longer period, okay? And when I say longer period, typically a swing trade, few days till a few weeks. To me, once you get past the multi-week time frame, then we're talking more like long-term hold investing. So what are the pros of swing trading? Why swing trade? Right off the bat, lower risk, okay? Again, and I'll refer back to it probably several times, but listen, when we're talking low float stocks, short squeezes, listen, they move. We all love those moves, but you close your eyes or you walk out of the room and they can rapidly reverse. And I don't care if you're long or you're short, things can change very quickly. So a lot of people just don't like that volatility. And I get it if you don't. I mean, it's scary. So these are higher quality, lower risk stocks. Of course, you can still lose. You can still lose in any trade, but the odds are when you do lose, it's less catastrophic, which is risk management 101. The other thing is a lot more freedom of time. Like I said, and you've probably been there. You're trading some 1 million float stock that's up 300% on the day. I mean, you cannot leave your desk. I mean, if you do, you're crazy, okay? The nice thing about swing trading is you can set alerts because they don't move as fast. You can use the order types we're gonna talk about later to take you out of trades. You're not worrying about missing fills and stuff like that. So I think it's the best way to trade part-time, ultimately. So if you're sitting at that computer 12 hours a day, dialed in, hey, day trading's for you. But if you got a lot going on, or if you want to do both, which is kind of a hybrid model that I follow, I like to day trade the crazy movers and then also swing the earnings winners, the contract winners, etc. So kind of a hybrid model that allows me to diversify my risk. Okay, let's talk about cons. What's the downside? The biggest one is longer. It just takes longer. I'll be the first to admit I got patience issues. Okay, I do have patience issues, and a lot of people might be like, if you're watching this video, they might be like, you're talking days for a swing trade. That's really on the short end. A lot of people might think multi-month, even multi-year as swing trades. But for me, I got ADD definitely, and it takes longer, and that can drive people nuts, and they don't want to be that patient. But the trade-off, in my opinion, is lower risk. So if you can wait 2, 3, 4, 5 days for a 20% gain, or 30%, 50% gain, and not have to worry about getting blown up, that's the win-win, okay? And then the other drawback is ultimately, you're probably here because you got a small account. You're probably new to trading. And the one, again, just speaking the truth here, the one drawback is if you're swing trading, you're obviously tying up buying power. If you've got a $3,000 account and you've got a big piece of your account in one swing trade, it limits your day trade options because ultimately you only have so much buying power. So that is the one downside, but I think it's a good trade-off, especially for part-time traders. So that being said, be sure to head over to stockstotrade.com/free training. You'll get access to the guides I mentioned, the other courses, the day trading course, the short selling course. And again, I keep planning on adding more and more to these mini courses. You'll also get a free weekly watch list where I focus on specifically swing trades. It's the top 5 stocks of the week. Most weeks, 4 out of 5 of those are swing trade type stocks. So worksheets, video archive, the next course, and the worksheet and the watch list. So that being said, hope to see you on episode 2, how to find the right stock to swing trade.